Welcome to the Rhodes University Virtual Open Day 2021. I am Leanne Frasenberg, the Manager of Student Recruitment at Rhodes University. Today we are going to take you on a virtual journey of why you should choose Rhodes University and what makes us unique from other institutions. I'm now going to hand over to our Vice Chancellor, Prof. Sizwe Mabizela, to take you on our journey.
Hi, I'm Sizwe Mabizela. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Rhodes University. On behalf of our university, I warmly welcome you all to our 2021 Virtual Open Day. We are delighted that you have joined us today to learn more about the exciting academic opportunities available at Rhodes University and why you should pursue your higher education studies at Rhodes University. We believe that we are best placed to partner you in building a better, brighter, and prosperous future for you, your family, and your country. Let me briefly highlight some of the reasons we believe we have an edge over other universities. First, we are a small and intimate university. Unlike in other universities, our students are young people with a name and a face, and not just a number. So we will get to know you well as a person. Second, we are proud of and strive to maintain our reputation as an outstanding university that provides high-quality formative education for its students. Third, we have a well-entrenched culture and experience of nurturing exceptional intellectual talent in young people like you. You see, we take the notion of the cultivation of the intellect very seriously, and we have been doing this for the past 117 years. Fourth, we enjoy the enviable reputation of having the best undergraduate pass and graduation rates of any South African university. And fifth, our academics are at the cutting edge of their fields of research. And this means that even at undergraduate level, you will be taught by academics who are actively involved in developing new knowledge. Sixth, we have the lowest academic staff to student ratio in this country. An average of 1 academic staff member per 15 students. And in the natural sciences, it is even lower, 1 academic staff member to 9 students. This means that our students have access to our academic staff and are able to have close supervision for their projects and their research, even at undergraduate level. Seventh, we are the only university in the country where students enjoy the flexibility of picking and choosing courses in different faculties to construct their own unique degree qualification, subject only to the timetable restrictions. In other universities, students are channeled to existing programs irrespective of their interests, passion, or preferences. Eighth, our motto, where leaders learn, aptly captures the essence of our university. Our outstanding graduates are sought after by employers, and they make an indelible mark in many and diverse fields of human endeavor right across the globe. Ninth, almost a quarter of our students are international students. This makes us a diverse and a cosmopolitan community. And this diversity in student population enriches our intellectual endeavor, our institutional culture, and it enhances our social and cultural development of our students. Ninth, almost a quarter of our students are international students. This makes us a diverse and a cosmopolitan community. This diversity in student population enriches our institutional culture and enhances the intellectual, social, and cultural development of our students. 10th, 1 in 5 of our students is a postgraduate student. Our postgraduates are outstanding students, which means that our undergraduates have excellent tutors and role models who can inspire them to continue with postgraduate studies. We take academic excellence and quality very seriously at Rhodes and are not prepared to compromise on these. We are committed to ensuring that our students have every opportunity to realize their full potential and graduate with a high-quality degree. And we are committed to being a university where leaders learn. To us, ideas matter. To us, knowledge matters. And to us, education of high quality matters. Education and knowledge are a basis for personal, social, and economic success. You see, at Rhodes University, you'll not be taught what to think, but how to think. Ours is a university that inspires hope, a place that nurtures imagination, and a place that awakens creativity. I look forward to welcoming you as a new Rhodes University student in a not too distant future. Once more, a very warm welcome to Rhodes University Open Day. Enkosi, ngiyalibuka, bayadanki, ngiyathokoza, inkomu, obrigado. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Prof. Mabizela, for that wise and inspirational words of why prospective students should choose our institution and what sets us apart from everyone else. I'm now going to hand over to our host of the day.
Welcome back to Rhodes Open Day. My name is Dingan Boy. I'm a Rhodes University graduate. My undergraduate was in organizational psychology and political international studies. I went on to do a postgraduate diploma in enterprise management through the Rhodes Business School, and this is my co-host.
Hi, my name is Ryan Osborne. I did my undergrad in psychology, general psychology, law, and history. I am now pursuing an LLB. So yes, this is my 4th year at Rhodes. It's a very special university. The curriculum is designed for each student, as well as being a safe space to grow, develop, meet incredible people. So I'm glad we get to share this experience with you.
Fantastic. At this time, we'll ask the Dean of the Commerce faculty to do their presentation. Over to you.
They're going to find probably just what they need in the faculty. We've got 4 departments, departments of economics, information systems, accounting and management, and we've got a business school. So we are fully equipped faculty, and within the faculty you'll be able to register for a variety of degrees. Some of them are taken over 4 years, others are taken over 3 years. So our premier degree at the undergraduate level is a Bachelor of Business Science, and the Bachelor of Commerce, and then a Bachelor of Economics. And those 2 latter degrees are degrees that will be taken over 3 years. We will provide a very standard BCom where you'll be able to major in economics and accounting or management and economics. But we also one of the few universities that does permit what we call an interfaculty degree. So although you registered for a Bachelor of Commerce, say, in the Faculty of Commerce, requiring 2 majors, your one major can come from the Faculty of Commerce and the other major can come from a course taken in another faculty. So an example that I was dealing with recently was a student who was particularly interested in a career in the management of the arts. And she was a pretty good actress as well. And she eventually took our BCom interfaculty and she majored in management and drama. She then followed that up with an honours degree in management, and now is an enormously successful manager in the arts. And that I think is something peculiar to the university and the faculty, the ability to mix and match between something which is in commerce and in her case, something that was in the humanities faculty. But as you correctly said, you could join together a subject from the Faculty of Science, for example, and Commerce, and walk out with an enormously credible and hugely attractive interfaculty degree. And that comes alongside all the usual degrees that our chartered accountants would be apt to take, and those that want to major in, for example, economics and management or information systems and accounting. But you can mix and match and introduce topics from different faculties within the BCom. So if I started off with the Department of Accounting, we certainly offer the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants accredited BCom accounting. So if you're interested in becoming a chartered accountant, we're a fully accredited institution for doing that. And you'd obviously do your accounting, taxation, auditing and management accounting and finance courses, followed up with a postgraduate diploma, and after that you would move off into the profession. You do your qualifying examinations, your internship, and then become a qualified chartered accountant. But there's much more than that in the Department of Accounting. We've got a particularly good taxation division within the Department of Accounting, and we offer a very good Masters of Commerce in Taxation, where you can specialize in tax per se. And I find that a particularly attractive proposition for any young person who wants to follow a career in taxation. In the economics department, we offer a variety of courses at the undergraduate level in economics, touching on a wide variety of topics in economics. But more so than that, we're going to give you the standard, we'll give you the orthodox economics, but we're also really enthusiastic to talk about something that's different. So we'll tell you something about heterodox economics, alternative ways of conceiving an economy. And I'm particularly proud of that our staff venture into heterodox economics. And finally, we have a large information security setup as well. They've got a key focus on the development of information systems. You can think about banking systems, particularly sophisticated IT systems that they've got. You'll learn lots about that. And then there are two other areas. One is information and communication technologies for development. How can we leverage off the IT that we've got in our know-how to develop people, organizations, societies for the better? And finally, we have a large information security setup as well. We all know we don't want our money ripped out of our accounts, so how can we create information systems that are safe and secure? And that's a key thrust. There are some subjects that they must be taking, and there are some that they can take and that would be to their definite advantage. So the first must-takes are the languages. It doesn't matter what those languages are. isiXhosa, isiZulu, English, Afrikaans. And it's about the depth that you have in your reading. And do you read critically, and can you write? And that's language independent. The extent to which you can take a piece of text, whether it's a newspaper, a magazine, an authoritative text, what you listen, and can you make good sense, can you make critical sense of that language? So I look at language, and that's really important that they can excel in their languages of their choice. The other is mathematics, and I want to distinguish mathematics from mathematics literacy. Within the Faculty of Commerce, you must have done mathematics. So it's really important. And I'd encourage every one of our grade 10 learners to pay lots of attention to their mathematics. I really want to encourage them to do as well as they can in mathematics. Those are the key subjects that I look at and that they should possess. And then there are three others that I'd also strongly encourage them to take and to pay attention. And those would be accounting, business studies and economics. And those are subjects that are offered on the NSC. And we certainly look for those as added advantage when I consider an application. You're going to be taught by people who are active researchers. So you're not only going to pick up on our current knowledge, you're going to be part of the creation of new knowledge. And you're going to get it from your researcher, active lecturer in your undergraduate program. And you're going to be able to feed off it as well as contribute towards it. Doesn't that strike you as an exciting prospect?
Thank you to the Dean of the Commerce Faculty. We will now be handing over to the Dean of the Education Faculty.
The Education Faculty offers teacher training or teacher education. So if you're keen on teaching as a profession, it's the faculty to come to. And there are two options. You can either join us straight from matric and register for a Bachelor of Education, which is a 4-year degree, and it's for foundation phase teaching. So it's grade R to grade 3. And then you would be with us and you would do 4 years of education studies. Or you could do a more general degree and come to us when you've finished that, like a BA or BSc or BCom, and then come to us and do 1 year of a postgraduate certificate in education to qualify as a high school teacher. So in the first year, they do 2 humanities subjects, and those are languages. So they have to do English linguistics and language, plus they do isiXhosa, and Afrikaans students can do Afrikaans. Afrikaans only starts in the 2nd year though. And they do those subjects on the main campus with the other BA students. And then they come to us and they spend a lot of time here doing the education subjects. And in terms of education, you do what we would call the foundation subjects. So you look at the sort of theory of education, and the focus is on children. How do children learn? How do children develop? Plus, it's on the teaching subjects. And in the foundation phase, it would be your languages, your maths, your numeracy, and your life skills. And so you'll do a lot of those sort of method courses, as we call them, here in the department. We have the Funza Lashaka bursary scheme, which is a state scheme. It's a merit scheme. So you've got to get certain marks in order to be able to be eligible for a bursary. And those students get placed in schools, public schools in the Eastern Cape. We haven't had a difficulty with placing students. And even if you're not on a bursary, there's such a shortage because the teachers in the foundation phase in South Africa are generally quite old. The entrance requirements are quite high. You have to have a level 3 pass in maths or a level 4 pass in your National Senior Certificate for Maths Lit. And then you've got to have a level 4, which is over 50% for your home language and for your first additional language. And the reason for that is because children in South Africa, one of the biggest stumbling blocks is that they can't read and that our teachers struggle to teach maths. So we want students coming in that have an ability to be taught mathematics and to be able to teach mathematics very well. So when we do our selection, it's really important for a student, an applicant, to show or motivate for why they want to do foundation phase teaching. And it might be that they've been involved in some sort of volunteer work, working with young children. It's important that you actually put that in your application.
Good day and welcome. Could you just introduce yourself and give us a brief background as to where you come from before coming to Rhodes University?
Thank you. My name is Heidi Kuhlane. I was born and bred in Grahamstown. I went to school across the road and then came to Rhodes for my undergrad. So I'm from the east side of Grahamstown, Joza in Extension 8.
Fantastic. So what did your education journey look like at Rhodes University?
So it was a 4-year degree. The first year, I think it aimed to support us. For example, as I said that I didn't have pure maths. I had maths literacy, so with subjects such as theory of finance, which aimed to support that maths. Some of us were not familiar with computers, with an electronic environment, so we had computer studies that introduced us. It eased our it gradually eased our introduction into the mainstream program. So that was the first year. We received amazing support. And then the second year then was my first mainstream year. Then we did the commerce degree from there. Yeah.
Fantastic. And we hear that you're now in education. How did that come about?
I am. It wasn't the plan, I must say. So what happened is that in the third year, I took economics and management as my two majors. The aim was to get into economics honors, so that didn't quite work out. The same year I applied for a PGCE, so I got into a PGCE. And then the idea behind that was to teach my commerce subjects. So there was quite a strong link between commerce in education, and there was a shortage at the time of commerce teachers and science and maths teachers, I think. So that was the idea. I got into the PGCE program to teach EMS and business studies in the senior phase in high school.
Fantastic. So how did you enjoy Rhodes generally, and what support did you get throughout your time at Rhodes University?
Yeah, look, I've always loved Rhodes. I did say I come from Grahamstown East, so Rhodes for us has always been, I don't know, a distant dream. So it was wonderful to get into Rhodes. So I've always loved it. I've always found the environment supportive. Perhaps it's because this is my hometown, and home is a taxi away. So I've always found it to be an enabling environment. And even though I never I didn't really restructure my degree, but I always loved the fact that there were so many opportunities, to make up what you want your qualifications to be, and I think that's what smoothed my move to the education department as well. So I don't know. It's always been home. It's always been the second home. It's home because it's home, but Rhodes has been home since 2009 when I got here.
Fantastic. I like the sound of Rhodes being a home, away from home, even when it is at home.
Absolutely.
No, thank you so much for your time and sharing your experience with us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to the Dean of the Education Faculty. We'll now be handing over to the Dean of the Humanities Faculty.
Rhodes is quite a unique institution in the South African higher education landscape. It's unique in the sense that it's the only research-intensive university in the country which is located in a rural area. And by research-intensive university, we mean that the teachers, the lecturers that students have teaching them are actually creators of knowledge themselves. Okay, right. It's not that everything you get taught they've found from a textbook. Right. They might have made it themselves, and it's kind of like you are actually engaging with a real psychologist, a real historian, a real philosopher, and so on. And that's kind of exciting. Given our small size, you will actually have an opportunity to properly interact with them, should you wish. Although we do have some courses which have quite large classes, by and large you'll find that the class sizes at Rhodes are smaller than at universities in the large cities, significantly smaller. And given that the class size is small, the opportunity to engage meaningfully with your teachers is increased. And so the sorts of aspects of human existence that are important in humanities would be like communication, a very human attribute. What's communication? Well, we have language like we're using at the moment. At the moment we're speaking English. Obviously there are many other languages, so we need to learn about those as well. But language like this is not the only form of communication for humans. There's music, there is painting, there is theatre, there is dance, and so on. And you'll find all of these things at Rhodes. We have a vibrant creative and performing arts culture here, where you can do music, you can do drama, you can do fine art, as we call it, which is painting and photography and sculpture. And we have a school of languages and literatures, which you can choose Isikxhosa either as a language you already speak and to advance or to learn for the first time, Afrikaans, Chinese, French, German, I'm sure I'm going to forget one, French, German, you can even do Latin and ancient Greek, should you wish. So that's the communication side of things. Another important thing about humans is that they think. Hopefully we agree on that. In which case, well, what do they think? What do they think about? How does their thinking work well when it works well, and how does it go really badly when it goes badly? So we've got disciplines like psychology. How does the mind work? What are the sorts of ways in which we function as psychological creatures, and also how can it all go wrong? Philosophy is a discipline which is about, if you like, the deep thoughts throughout history. What do we believe? Why do we believe what we believe? And so on. What else do we do? As humans, we're social creatures. We live together in groups. And so we have disciplines like politics, sociology, anthropology, and further than that, apart from being sort of social creatures, we also exist through time. And so we have disciplines like history and classical studies. What have we done compared to what we do now, and what might we do in the future? And all of those things, as different as they might be, learning French versus learning philosophy, but what they have in common is about being human. And that's what makes humanities humanities. So why would someone come to Rhodes to study humanities? A, they'd be interested in studying something like that, and they would like to study it in a setting which is more conducive to close engagement, and not only between students and their teachers, but interestingly enough, having smaller classes makes engagement between students and other students better as well. Because you're not part of a sea of people, you're part of a group, and you get to know each other, and it improves those relationships as well. One of the things about a BA degree, that's short for Bachelor of Arts degree, which is one of the degrees that we offer, is it's extremely broad in the sense that you really can put together almost whatever studies you want. And they don't even have to all be in the humanities. You might think, I want to do a BA because I am very interested in psychology, but I also want to learn about economics. You go, fine, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Go for it. You were asking about how a Bachelor of Arts degree tends to be structured, and just to let people know that, when you do come to Rhodes to begin your Bachelor of Arts, you will be given a lot of assistance in how to build your degree. But basically, here's the way it works. By and large, in your first year of study, you'll be asked to choose 4 subject areas. And the idea is, you do them. Which ones are you really enjoying? Which ones not so much? Then the next time you get to choose subjects, you build on the areas that you've enjoyed, and the ones that you haven't enjoyed so much, you move it aside and you pick up something else. And that way, you end up with a degree over the course of 3 or 4 years, in which you'll have at least 2 subjects that you actually know quite a lot about. Because each year you've chosen them, because you've wanted to. And they are also supported by a bouquet of other things. So, for instance, maybe I think, look, my real interests are politics and law, for instance. So obviously in my first year I'll choose politics as one thing, law as another thing. But I also think, I live in the Eastern Cape, I really should learn how to speak Isikxhosa, You don't have to only live in the Eastern Cape to think that you should speak Eastern Cape. So I do that as well. And as a fourth one, I try economics, because I think, well, if I'm interested in law and politics, perhaps having a bit of an idea about how the economy works, you know, that would serve me well. And if after my first year I still think I'm right, law and politics is my thing, fine, I will do them at the next level. Also, actually I would do another year of that, fine, I'd do. Economics, it was interesting, but I actually want to do something else. I want to do some literature. Or I would like to learn some history, because that's another thing that, you know, might serve me well as a lawyer politician. Right. For instance, knowing a bit about the history of the country, of the continent, and so on. And then finally, after that second year, if I'm still thinking law and politics is what's for me, then in my third year, that's all I'll do. I'll do law and I'll do politics. And then you think, well, okay, brilliant, there's a degree. And it's been built through your interests, and you focus on the things that are working for you. You don't freak out because something isn't exactly for you. I mean, you see it through, of course, but you know that you're not condemned to continue it. I mean, you have a choice. So that's an idea of how a degree gets built. And as I said earlier, that one of the things about a BA is that the scope is massive. I mean, you can study just about anything. And that's actually something that students will not find at a lot of other universities. For instance, you would have to apply not to do a Bachelor of Arts, but a Bachelor of Arts Psychology. And if you did that, they will say, all right, you'll do this, this, this and this. Then your second year, you'll do that, that, that and that, and then your third year, you'll do that. Here we say, do a BA. Would you like to try psychology? Fine, climb on board. If you like it, continue it. If you don't, move to something else. So you're not locked in to particular disciplinary areas from the start. Interesting. And as I was saying, you are not even confined to doing humanities subjects. Look, if you're going to do a degree in the humanities faculty, you're going to have to do some humanities subjects, obviously, but we have had people with degrees majoring in music and physics. There you go. You will not find that at any other university in this country. And you sort of think, well, why would you? What a weird, crazy combination music and physics is. Really? What's music? Sound waves. Yeah? Yeah? What's physics? How does the world of nature operate at the smallest level? I mean, these combinations aren't necessarily crazy. They're unusual, but they're not bad.
It makes sense. Yeah.
It can even make sense, and this is a place you can do it. It's also the case that because of the great range of choice, you could be an actor and an accountant if you did a degree in the humanities faculty. Because we got so much freedom. In the humanities, there are very few subjects that require any particular background. What we're really after is someone who is smart and can communicate, can do any of these things. We're more interested, are you competent and capable in terms of language? Because whatever you do in the humanities, you're gonna have, it's a very talky kind of area. I mean, it's as you can imagine. I mean, we're talking about literature, we're talking about language, we're talking about talking, we're talking about media and so on. So, you know, language capacity is much more important to us. But if the creative arts thing is your thing, well, just choose the ones you want to do. If the sort of hardcore abstract thinking is your thing, fine. Do the philosophy, do the political theory and economics, but an exciting and fulfilling experience for people to come here. Where leaders learn. All roads lead to Rhodes.
Hello everyone, my name is Hleze Kunju from Kanduli, the Eastern Cape. And I am the head of creative writing at Rhodes University Humanities, a faculty where I was a student a few years ago in my undergraduate and up to PhD level. So in my undergraduate, I majored in drama, music, and isiXhosa. And I thought I was going to be an actor and go and be on Generations or one of those soapies on TV, but I didn't. I carried on into honors with the same majors, went into masters, still did everything even though it was not official, because in masters I was still looking at language and music particularly opera music, which can also fall under drama because it's got acting in it. And I did a PhD as well. I've worked in various, few universities and in different faculties as well. So I've worked in the education faculty because of isiXhosa. And I've also taught in the drama. I've given lectures in the drama department as well. And now I'm in the creative writing section, which is a creative, a creative subject because of that triple major that I did. So with drama, even though I never became an actor, with teaching I still have to communicate, because drama teaches you communication skills, and so you're able to communicate and express yourself and so on. And also because I'm a shy person, so with drama it helped develop my confidence when it comes to talking. So and the reason why I came to Rhodes, it was because I could major, I wanted to major in just two subjects, the drama and the music. But when I got here, I was like, there is isiXhosa as well. And then I put that as well as a major. And the humanities faculty, in the way that the syllabus is structured, it allows you to do that. And I don't think there are a lot of universities that are that flexible. And in my classes as well, I had students from the law who did the drama as well, from journalism and so on, who also had the similar combination that I had. Also, when I came, I didn't know I could do all these things. Most of the things that I did, I only found out when I got here. So please don't be free to ask as many questions as you want, so that you can make the best choice that will suit you. Enkosi kakhulu, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the virtual open day.
Thank you for that presentation from the Humanities faculty. We will now be handing over to the Dean of the Law faculty.
Hello everyone, my name is Professor Lawrence Juma. I am the Dean of the Law faculty here at Rhodes. I would like to say a few things about our faculty. We are a relatively small faculty, but very, very prestigious. I think we are one of the most prestigious law faculties in this country and in this part of the world. We have very, very experienced scholars who are also respected all across the world, who are leaders in their own fields of study. They are also very, very respected. So if you get into this faculty, you will be interacting with people who are leaders in their academic fields. You can be part of this faculty in a number of ways. Those in high school, we admit students directly from high school into our faculty. We take a relatively small number, but if you do not make it at that level, once you get into Rhodes and you stay for a year, you also have a chance to get into the law faculty. And even if you miss that, you can still get into the law faculty after you graduate. So there are three ways you can get a law degree from us. Either directly from high school, if you do very well, or after you've stayed at Rhodes for 1 year, or after you've got your degree. Now, we do not only deliver the degree, we do not only do the academic work. There are a number of exciting things for students in our faculty. We have MOOTS programs. We compete with other law schools all across the continent and globally as well. We have trade MOOTS competition that we've won several times that always takes our students to Geneva. We have human rights MOOT, which also take our students all across Africa, and we won that several times. There are also a number of student societies that do exciting things. So coming into Rhodes and coming into our faculty also gives you an opportunity to do some very, very exciting things. Now, apart from that, we also have a law clinic where we give clinical training, and that is where our students get a chance to talk to real clients with real problems, and we train you how to be an advocate or how to be a lawyer through our clinical education. So there are a number of things we do which are very exciting, and I hope that you become part of it. Other information regarding our faculty and what we do can be found in our webpage. And if you have any issues, concerns, and you'd like to talk to us, please do feel free to drop us an email or get into our Facebook page and drop a note to us. We shall just be so happy to respond to your concern. Now, I wish you all the best, and I hope that I see you next year. Thank you.
We are now joined by a student from the law faculty. I'm now going to let him introduce himself.
Well, my name is Chris Gugodla, and I'm a final year LLB student at Rhodes.
Can you tell me why you chose to study law, and particularly why Rhodes?
Well, why did I choose to study law? I always understand the law. This is what I always say when people ask the question. I think law is the glue that holds society together. It's very important, and I think I'd really like to know more about this glue. So that's particularly why. But Rhodes, I'm from East London. Rhodes is way more closer to home. And I also understood that I think Rhodes provides a good LLB program. So I didn't want to go to a university that's well known, famous, but not specifically about the LLB program. And I think Rhodes provides a good LLB program.
So you are a fifth year student, so you took the 5-year stream. So
yes.
What was your undergrad degree and what subjects did you take?
In my undergrad, I did a BA Law in Political and International Studies. So yes, I took politics, and I took sociology, and I took philosophy as well. That's basically what I did.
So that's quite an interesting combination of subjects for a law student.
Yeah.
So do you think that's something that makes Rhodes special, is that you can design your curriculum to what you want to do as a student?
Yeah, I think it's an important thing to allow students to get a more broad understanding of society, because at the end of the day, law does not exist in a vacuum. It exists within society. And so sociology, I think, was an important course for me. Secondly, politics. Law and politics are quite intertwined in some way. So I think with this type of a program, they provide a good LLB program, and they should produce good LLB students or good lawyers.
So you've got your first degree, you're nearly finished with your second one. What's your plan for after your second degree?
From here, I am interested in pupillage. I'm interested in being an advocate, practicing as an advocate. But sometimes the finances becomes the decider. And so I think I will follow the attorney route and at a later stage branch out and do my pupillage and become an advocate. But specifically my interest is in practicing as an advocate, but I'll start off as an attorney. Yeah.
And then can you tell me what your favorite part about being at Rhodes is?
My favorite thing about being at Rhodes is the fact that Rhodes is a small university. Even the law faculty is quite small. I think it's the smallest of the 6 faculties we have. So that provides an opportunity for you to interact at a more closer level with your peers, classmates. And also you get to interact at a more close level, professional level as well with your lecturers. So I think that's one of the outstanding things about Rhodes. And the fact that you are able to have a good life and still get your books going. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing with us, and we wish you good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for that presentation from the Dean of the Law Faculty. We'll now have a presentation from the Dean of the Pharmacy Faculty. Over to you.
We see the whole package when we look at all our students. Yeah. Welcome to Rhodes University Faculty of Pharmacy. It's the only Faculty of Pharmacy in South Africa, and we are proud to say that openly, that we are one of the best faculties, one of the best in terms of the BPharm program in South Africa. We start from understanding ourselves as a faculty, where we come from. We started offering this program in 1957. So you can imagine, for more than 60 years, we've been administering a program of this kind, the BPharm program. We believe that what we do resonates with many of the pharmacies that you find out there, whether it's in government, whether it's in terms of policy, those who are in industry, those who are in community pharmacies, and those who are in hospital, and those who are in academia as well. So we grow talent, we grow pharmacists, if you allow me to use a word like that. When you talk about growth, it talks about germination. When you talk about germination, it means you're talking about the soil.
Yes.
So this is a place, it's fertile. You come to Rhodes University, we guarantee you that if you walk with us, we'll walk with you. Yeah, I'll tell you, we are a very small university. That's on its own. It means that those who are going to be teaching you, the lecturers, the professors, they do have time for you. You're not a number at Rhodes University, but you are an individual that will take from first year, second year, third year, fourth year. And I'm the product of Rhodes University. I'm standing here. I've been here. I first had the same questions that each and every one of you has. And I was able to walk with my lecturers. I was able to walk with my professors. And obviously, in terms of the capacity, what the faculty offers in terms of the courses, and those who are going to be able to teach you, to mentor you, to tutor you, you then get into the feeling of understanding what it means to be a pharmacist. The other students call us the white coat group. We even have a white coat ceremony where we get our first years, welcoming them into the program. It's like welcoming them into the profession, where we have the pharmacist in the faculty and pharmacists who are in town, in the municipality, who come and actually give speeches to tell our students what it means to be a pharmacist. What happens is, whilst you are still doing the B.Pharm degree, you register with the South African Pharmacy Council as a student. So in terms of the scope of practice, there are certain tasks that you'll be able to do as a pharmacist assistant, but you're a student. So after the 4 years successful completion of the B.Pharm 4 degree, then it's a 1-year internship, and after the 1-year internship, it's another 1 year of community service. So in total, it means to be a qualified pharmacist, to be able to practice independently. It's the 4 years, 1-year internship, 1 year community service. So you complete that in 6 years, then you are a fully registered pharmacist who can work independently. We are a practice-based program in its kind. So the 1 year internship, it's a year to consolidate. The 4 years, which is more on a theory base, but obviously there are elements of practice there. You start now working in one particular area. If you elect to, or you choose to do an internship in hospital, so your focus then it's in hospital. If you elect to go to industry, that 1 year you consolidate on what you learned in class in that environment. There's so many. So you can also do an academic internship, which means you come back, you do a master's degree in pharmacy. Whilst doing the master's degree, you are also getting into the rhythm of understanding what it means, therefore, from an educational sector in that kind of background. So it's consolidation here. The subjects that they should carry with them. Obviously, the first one is mathematics, physical sciences, life sciences. Those three are our key courses that we actually look at in terms of subjects. And that obviously will be supported by languages, English as one, and another language that a candidate would have. And then 2 more subjects, courses that the But balancing that, obviously, it's not that we want specifically someone who think mathematically. Remember that when we talk about a pharmacist, it's somebody who's going to interact with patients. You interact with the community. When you interact with the community, basically you need someone who's going to be able to engage. You engage with communities in terms of talking about their diseases, talking about lifestyle. So those elements, therefore, we also pick them up to those who actually enjoy reading. There's a lot of reading here, so which means those who even who do literature, we take them. But obviously central to all the courses that I've explained are the three: mathematics, physical sciences, and life sciences. Let the brain power that is in Matric, as we speak right now in 2021, all converge to Makhanda, Rhodes University, to the only faculty of pharmacy in South Africa. And we are going to take you through, and the vaccine that should come, their contribution should be coming from this generation. All roads lead to roads where leaders learn.
Thank you so much to the pharmacy faculty. We will now be handing over to the Dean of the Science faculty.
My name is Tony Booth. I'm a professor of ichthyology, which is a study of fish, and I'm currently the Dean of Science at Rhodes University. The Faculty of Science is the second largest faculty at Rhodes University. We have 1,600 students currently enrolled. 900 of those students are undergraduate students. We have 100 academics, 90% of which have PhD degrees, and all are currently active researchers. And that's what makes Rhodes University different from other universities. We're considered a research active institution, and we're also the only research active institution which is situated in a rural area. Being research active means that your teachers are also researchers. So the knowledge that's gained and is generated, the knowledge which is learnt and generated by your lecturers is that knowledge which is then taught in the classroom. So this places students at a distinct advantage from other universities. You're being taught by active researchers. What makes Rhodes also different is that we have a unique degree. We offer, which would probably be considered a sort of a vanilla BSc, a Bachelor of Science degree. But this vanilla degree is unique in that you can combine subjects from other faculties to it. A good example is you might want to do a major in environmental science and law. Law is offered by the law faculty, so you can now become an environmental scientist who can understand the law, or you could end up being a lawyer who understands the environment. Another popular combination would be computer science and music. If you're wanting to host large events, if U2 is coming to town, chances are it's probably be a Rhodes graduate who's behind the desk because the computer science is interfacing with the music. Another good example would be sports science and interfacing that with psychology. We all know that our top athletes are pretty much the same when it comes to physical ability, but what separates them apart would be the psychological edge. So you could major in human kinetics and ergonomics, where you're looking at the sports sciences, and you can link that up with psychology, which is offered as part of a humanities degree. This makes Rhodes unique. We're the only university that offers a Bachelor of Science degree where you may major in a subject that is not science. The faculty offers 2 undergraduate degrees, the Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Science Information Systems. Bachelor of Science is a degree which you take all subjects which are science, except you might link it up with a non-science major. It usually takes 3 years, and there are multiple routes to get into the degree. The other degree, the Bachelor of Science Information Systems, is a 3-year degree, but it's a specialized commercial degree where half the subjects are taken from the commerce faculty and half the subjects are taken from the science faculty. You're expected to major in computer science, but you can also then major in something like management or accounting, information systems, or economics. Rhodes University has a teacher-researcher model where our academics are both teachers and researchers. They generate the knowledge, and after they've generated the knowledge, they disseminate the knowledge in the classroom. There are 14 different departments at Rhodes in the faculty. We offer natural sciences. And when I mean natural sciences, these are the types of sciences where you would conduct experiments and you'll try to understand the natural world around us. So subjects that you're familiar with would probably be chemistry, physics, biology, mathematics, statistics. But apart from these subjects, we also offer a couple of very specialized subjects. There will be the study of fish, which is ichthyology, or the study of insects, that's entomology. We also offer human kinetics and ergonomics. Human kinetics is sort of looking about human movement, whilst ergonomics would be placing humans within the workplace and trying to maximize their performance. We also have other subjects within the earth and environmental sciences, so there's geography, geology, and we have a very active environmental science department. So of these 14 different departments which will offer you subjects which you can major in, as I've mentioned, you may also decide to major in something that's not science. It might be music, it might be law, it might be journalism, it might be philosophy, economics, management. And what happens here is that your degree becomes personalized. So a normal Bachelor of Science degree, which is offered at other universities, will have a fixed curriculum. Our curriculum changes with your interests, and it changes with what you want to be. If you open up a Sunday Times, you'll notice that in the career section there are a whole bunch of careers which you never thought would be possible, or you've never heard of them. They have different names. I can guarantee you that in 5 years' time, those careers will be different again. You're going to open up a Sunday Times, go to the career section, open it up, and again, there are going to be new careers. Having a science degree at Rhodes where you can change your subjects, personalize your subjects, and create a degree for yourself sets us apart and makes your degree unique, personalized, and effective. And this is what makes Rhodes graduates sought after in the workplace. And remember, all roads lead to Rhodes. Thank you.
All right, and thank you to the Dean of the Science Faculty for that amazing presentation.
Today I'm joined with a BSc student or an alumni from the Science Faculty, so I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell us where she's from.
Hi, I'm Jess Robertson and I'm a BSc Honours student from Rhodes University, and I'm from the Department of Ichthyology and Fishery Sciences, otherwise known as DIFS.
Can you tell us why you decided to study ichthyology and why maybe you picked Rhodes for studying ichthyology?
So I've always loved marine sciences, especially sharks, and Rhodes is the only university in our entire continent that has ichthyology as an undergrad subject, so it was my only option and only choice because I wanted to do conservation biology and I'm passionate about saving the sharks in the ocean.
That's quite interesting. So can you tell me what about Rhodes has really stood out for you? What has been your highlight about coming to Rhodes University?
Honestly, the people and also the working environment. The departments from DIFS as well as the zoology department are very friendly and all the lecturers are very welcoming, and if you tell them what you're passionate about, they'll make sure that whatever you want to do is the project that you get to choose. So I've never had to do a project that's just there. I've always done whatever I wanted to do. So through second, third and even honours now, I've gotten to do whatever I want to do as a project.
So you would say that the Rhodes curriculum gives you independence in what you want to study?
Yes, it definitely does.
And thank you so much for sharing that with us and spending your time with us. Yes, I wish you good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Good day. My name is Mandi Sandarula. I just want to send a greeting to our parents, to our guardians, and to our prospective students. I am the student wellness manager at Rhodes, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the services that we offer in support of our students. I manage 4 centers here, the Career Center, the Counseling Center, HIV/AIDS, and the Healthcare Center. Our Counseling Center is responsible for running workshops for our first-year students, trying to assist them in getting into the hang of things within the university. We have this new thing now where students are learning online and no more in the classrooms as we've always known. So we are doing a lot to assist them deal with the stresses that come with that, the frustration, the anxieties that come with that, so that students can be able to get into the hang of their learning very easily. We assist students to deal with any mental problem that they may be going through. It could be stress, it could be depression, it could be anxiety, anything that you want to know about regarding your mental health. You are welcome to come to the Counseling Center. We are available. I'm your plug there. We then have the Career Center. We assist you with choosing a career that is best for you. In the first 6 months of your arrival, the services are free. You can come in, get a career counseling, get a career assessment, and be assisted to choose a degree that suits you, both your personalities, suits your values, suits your intelligence, so that you can be able to prosper in your career once you leave university. We will also plug you with prospective companies that are recruiting from Rhodes, that are recruiting our students. And we have seen a lot of students who left Rhodes to go straight to their jobs immediately after this because of the programs that we run in the Career Center. We have the Healthcare Center, where all your physical needs and your physical wellness will be taken care of. There's nurses there, very kind, very friendly, who are always ready to assist students with whatever problem that they may have regarding their health. You will get your contraception there, you will get your medication there if you are a student who's taking medication. So go to the Healthcare Center. They are always there and ready to assist. And then we have the HIV/AIDS program. It is now called HIV/AIDS and Wellness Program. We are here to make sure that you make right choices about your life. We are here to make sure that you go and tested for your HIV/AIDS if you feel like you need that. We are here to offer you PrEP. We are here dealing with issues from GBV up until your normal mental wellness. So here at Rhodes, we will make sure that your studies are well supported and that your career is grows from strength to strength after Rhodes. Thank you.
Good day, prospective students. My name is Nomawetu Danster, and I'm the Director of the Library and Information Services at Rhodes University. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the Rhodes Library Services. We are an academic support division that reports to the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation. The library is a hub of systematically organized, searchable and accessible learning resources that is designed to align with Rhodes University academic programs. We offer customized services for undergraduate students, postgraduate students, visiting scholars, staff, and the surrounding communities in Makhanda and around South Africa. We wish to introduce you to the services that Rhodes University Library is offering specifically for our first year intake. Because of the COVID-19 environment, we have transitioned well from the on-site services to online and remote services. Our library website is your homepage. Here you will have access to all the online tutorials, the online videos that introduce you to the Rhodes University Library. We've got a first year orientation video that addresses exactly your needs. It orientates you to the complex university library environment, and you will enjoy going through this video. You'll be introduced to your librarians, to the ICT facilities in the library, learning resources, study spaces. We are Wi-Fi connected. Our library is an amazing place to be. Our staff are welcoming. We have put together faculty teams where each faculty is a responsibility of a principal librarian assisted by 1 or 2 librarians. We have your interest at heart. We are your partner in this journey to academic success. So wherever you are, think of the library as your partner and as your guide to success. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Dingan Boy. I am the International Networks Programs and Projects Officer located in the Rhodes University International Office. And for me today is to just give you a brief background as to what we do as the International Office. Rhodes University uses a decentralized internationalization and student services model, meaning that the experience of international students is done across the university with different stakeholders. The main mandate of the International Office is primarily to drive internationalization across the university, as well as to develop programs and projects known as internationalization at home. Our main areas of focus is to serve as a contact point for study abroad and exchange students and staff, support Rhodes University students and staff traveling abroad on official exchange programs, to develop international opportunities, links and exchanges for both Rhodes University staff and students, to liaise with other international offices in South Africa and abroad, to research internationalization at home at Rhodes University, and to facilitate workshops on the development of our internationalization policy at Rhodes University. We also participate in activities at a local and international level around higher education internationalization. Our areas of specialization are national advocacy with departments such as the Department of Higher Education and Training, the Department of Home Affairs, the Department of Labor, and the Department of International Relations and Cooperation, and very specially the International Education Association of South Africa. We also manage external networks and partnerships on behalf of Rhodes University and give specialized situational counseling to both Rhodes University students and staff as the need arises. We have an exciting exchange program that spans over 4 continents, namely Africa, Asia, the Americas, and Europe. We have 36 active partnerships currently in the following countries: Botswana, Zimbabwe, China, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Sweden, the Netherlands, United Kingdom, and last but not least, the United States of America. We're excited to support you in your time at Rhodes University, and thank you very much.